to world-famous Miami Beach as we are set for football at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens. Now the Michigan man, Jake Moody, to get us started. And we are underway from Hard Rock Stadium. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. He'll get this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Zero hesitation that time. That was get ball, throw ball.
Yeah, it turned into a smoke route. If you see the coverage off the receiver, doesn't matter whether you call it a run or not. Just take the ball, get it out to him.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. That's caught by the Notre Dame man. It's Durham Smythe. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 24-yard line. 22 yards there, a 1st down. Well, the first drive here and the first time that we've called the big tight end's name, but I can assure you this, Charles, it won't be the last.
No, it won't, because when he gets going, now it opens up opportunities on the perimeter because that'll draw the defense towards him in the middle of the field. Now your wide receivers will get involved as this game goes on.
And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
2nd and 10.
Yeah, ready. Out!
On play action, here's Tua. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
What will look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Now Tua. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I don't think either one of us is surprised about who they just targeted on that one. I mean, they're going to try and get to him as much as possible. Off to a nice start, but unable to haul that one in.
Yeah, already looked his way a couple of times on this opening drive. Can't connect there. The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Touchdown. Tyreek Hill on the touchdown pass from Tua. And the Dolphins' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. CD, that call, took some guts. It's not like they were at the 1-yard line. They had some distance to go.
They certainly did, and, you know, a lot of people might say that's fly by the seat of your pants type of coaching, but it's also sending a message out there. We're going to be unpredictable. You can't prepare for anything with us. You never know which way we're going to go. We zig, you zag.
And now some serious opening drive momentum. Tua and the Dolphins offense staying put. They'll go for 2.
Ready.
Tua going to try and throw for it. It's caught. And it's 8-0. Interesting. I mean, they're putting their foot on the gas here early, going for 2 to go up 8-0.
Well, after that drive, you have to believe that they thought to themselves, if we can do that, what's another 2 yards? Let's go get those and get 2 points as a result.
And now a whistle and a timeout called by the kicking team. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30. Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line, 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And he'll get a few yards here to the 34.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Now Purdy. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. We thought this defense would be opportunistic, and they were. Here you're already up. Now you got a 2-touchdown lead. I tell you, going out there on defense, did they have a little bit of extra momentum with a score already on the board?
Oh, without a doubt. That already felt good to them. They took it and used it and obviously put up another one. But here's the thing now. Some defense coordinators might want...
And it'll be intercepted. He's got the lane, and there he goes. And he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Well, you don't see that often. He just mishit it, and it goes out of bounds.
Well, I know sitting up here, and I'm looking at you, and you're looking at me, and I know we're both thinking the same thing. Isn't it easy enough to keep it between the sidelines? Because unless you're intentionally doing it for some reason, well, that's a costly mishit, and now you put your team in a bad spot.
Purdy will set up to throw it here. That is incomplete.
But I guess that answers the question whether or not they want him throwing it again right away after throwing the pick 6 on the previous drive.
Yeah, not something conservative or underneath. Pretty big shot right there.
Get him right back in the saddle and say, go ahead and sling it, big guy.
Purdy. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
That's a pretty play there coming out of the backfield. But as that back, you've got to be conscious of making sure you're securing the football. When you get out in open field, sometimes you get a little loose with it as you're trying to get up ahead of steam. Make sure you keep it close to your body because those defenders are trying to punch it free. He does a nice job there protecting the ball and picking up a first down.
The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Good yardage after the catch as that play good for 30 and a first.
Seems like all the fireworks in this first quarter have been on the other sideline, but here they're saying, hey, we've got some explosive guys on our side too. And that's a big play in a game that's looking like it might be full of big plays.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Purdy now to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Here's 2nd and 10. Up the gut, McCaffrey. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Tough spot here, 3rd down and 11. Back to throw, Purdy. Got a man right side, it's McCaffrey. Touchdown 49ers. Christian McCaffrey, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Niners have cut it back within a score. Well, CD, you know he's got great options at wide receiver, tight end, but there he looks to the backfield, and it results in a touchdown.
I love how you laid that out. So many options. You maybe forget about some of the ones that you should be covering. And they made them pay with that one, didn't they? You forget about the guys in the backfield, they're eligible too.
Purdy and the Niner offense, they'll stay on the field. They'll try to go for 2 here. They go with McCaffrey. And he will find the end zone again. So he gets the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. And that'll cut this deficit down a little bit further. So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. These two teams trading touchdowns here in what has been a back-and-forth first half.
And ordinarily, we're trying to figure out how to break out of a stalemate. Here, you're trying to figure out if you can slow someone down while continuing your breakneck pace on offense. I know one thing. The people in the crowd, they're getting their money's worth right now.
And the fantasy owners like it.
Oh, without a doubt. They're just tallying them up, aren't they?
They're watching this game. Over the middle and complete to Waddle. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble. Here's a quick throw caught by Smith. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Options galore here. Second and a few inches. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. That's caught. Waddle on the left side. And Waddle going to have a Dolphins first down as the tackle made down at the 33. It'll be a gain of 6 that time as it moves the chains as well. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield. Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
Ready.
Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
That play call wasn't there for them against that coverage. So they're going to spin the dial now in their playbook and come up with one more shot at the marker to try and keep this series going.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have him looking at 3rd and 10. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And that's a touchdown, but hold on. There is a flag down on the field. We'll have to see what this is about. A costly penalty there. A lineman got downfield, and for the moment, that cost him 6 points. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Looking to pass. Tua. He'll let this go deep for Waddle. Touchdown, Dolphins. Jalen Waddle, 38 yards. And the Dolphins add 6 to their lead. The Dolphins offense staying put. They'll go for 2. They'll look to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker.
It's interesting that when it comes to 2-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is. They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. The improvisation gets him only a couple, but that's all he needed. First down.
Well, here's your first example of how this guy can beat you in more ways than one, because they took away his arm, but he was more than happy to dissect them with his legs for that first down pickup.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. Throwing here, Purdy. A short throw here to Latu. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be second down.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage.
Here now, 2nd and 4. Ayuk going to go in motion right. And now a fake on a jet sweep, and instead they'll give it to McCaffrey.
And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Well, you know they had a third down play on standby just in case, but he says no need with that carry. Runs like that will continually earn him more work in this and future contests.
Back to the ground on first. It's McCaffrey. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Well, that was a bit of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Marked that down for a win in the defense's column.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4.
Play action, and now here's Purdy to throw it.
And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 14. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half.
Final play of the half, Purdy.
Complete to the tight end, Kittle, over the middle of the field. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The 49ers going to have the football and trailing on the scoreboard as we get back underway on EA Sports.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
Here's Purdy.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Credit the secondary and credit the defensive game plan. They've been in his hip pocket all game long. They understood coming in that he was a big-time receiver.
Purdy looking to throw. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk.
And he's got it inside the 10. Touchdown.
Brandon Ayuk
49 yards. And the 49ers come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. It took them a while to get their speedster involved, but they found him downfield there.
And what we've discovered as we've watched games is the speedster doesn't have to have a lot of catches, doesn't have to have volume in order to have a huge impact on the game. His speed scares the heck out of defenses, and other guys can capitalize, but when you finally hit him and he carries it all the way into the end zone, that's what you're paying him for. That big threat that can make big plays on a limited number of catches.
That's how you step on the stage with your first catch. Take it to the house.
So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away.
Now they can't bring him down. And he's able to get it across the 20 to the 25-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
Solo left Zion. Solo left Zion. Out.
They'll stay on the ground with Mostert. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That second down play nets a -4.
I'm getting a sense that the momentum of this game is changing since the break. Nice play there, and this D is fired up.
Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
Here's Tua.
Finding Waddle crossing the field and bringing it in.
They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for fourth down.
On third down, you'll give them that. You just want to make sure that you play the first down line. They were able to get him down and force the punt.
And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on fourth down. They're going to try and throw. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Niners take over in terrific field position. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll try to get the running game going with McCaffrey. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. But the converse is, though, you've got to win those one-on-one blocks. And when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And it's incomplete. Oh, that would have been 6 points, but somehow he couldn't rein it in.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down.
So since that last play got nothing, they'll go ahead and decline the penalty
And that forces a fourth down situation. Looking to throw. Purdy. And it's going to be batted down. And we'll go the other way with the football. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Dolphins' defense is able to hold. We couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game. 1st and 10 here. A quick throw there is incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Third quarter of a 2-point game, a good one so far. Here's 2nd and 10. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. He completes it to Beckham. Down the sideline he goes. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Odell Beckham, 65 yards. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase it.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And a drive that stalled out last time. Went for it on 4th. Didn't get it. How does that translate here? I would imagine momentum's with the defense.
Definitely with the defense, because anytime anyone goes for it on 4th down, that's telling you as a defense that you can't stop us. We don't think that you can. And when you actually do, that may put a little dent in the confidence of the offense the next time they hit the field.
Yeah, we'll see if they can bring that pride, the offense, this go-around. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back to throw. Purdy. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. They'll go for it. Here's Purdy. They've got his man. Complete. Touchdown 49ers. Brandon Ayuk. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Niners are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. That certainly went against the traditional ways of playing football, but who cares? Look at the result. Big touchdown.
They went for it on their own side of the 50. So there's conservative, there's aggressive, and there's really aggressive, which is what we just saw there. Tip of the cap to them.
McCaffrey, he'll try to run it in. And he will dive into the end zone, and the 2-point conversion is successful. So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. Braxton Berrios selected to bring it out. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Still enjoying the lead here in the third quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. Nick Bosa using that speed to get in there and break that play up. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Play action. Now it's Tua. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. That is Nick Bosa from out on the edge who worked his way in for the sack. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Miami. It's been a good one so far. Just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. They fake the handoff. Now Tua. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Now he's free at the 35. Tyreek Hill. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Dolphins use the big play to extend their 4th quarter lead. And I think it's safe to say we won't call many touchdown passes longer than that this year, partner.
No, I would agree with that totally. And right now, you're looking at an offensive coordinator. Conservative would not go next to his name. Risk taker, definitely, because he valued the opportunity to create a big play against what could have been disaster if they end up getting sacked or fumbling the ball in the shadow of their own goal line.
And he's got it. So the 2-point conversion is good, and they add on to their 4th quarter lead. So they try to make it a 2-score game with a conversion. It pays off.
And they've looked at the situation, figured it out well. A 2-score game in this situation, they've got to feel much better about where they are.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And, oh, that's one he's going to want back. A poor kick. It heads straight out of bounds. Well, not one you see often there as he fails to keep it between the sidelines, and that is a penalty every time and going to give this offense better field position.
And it's every kickoff guy's nightmare, isn't it? Because you don't see yourself doing this, and most of the time you don't. It's absolutely a mishit, and now your team pays the price. Bad field position for your defense.
Now Purdy. And his throw here is incomplete.
I'm not even sure I know who this guy is out there playing right now. This is very unlike him, one of the most accurate guys in the league. Totally off his game right now.
I don't know. I was going to ask you what you pin it on, but defensively, they've been pretty solid.
Well, sometimes, you know, those defenders, they get into the...
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey. And a return across midfield into the 46-yard line. And that pretty much has been the storyline, Charles. This defense, they seem to be one step ahead from the start of the game until now.
And you identified it perfectly, and we can see the frustration that's settling in now. And it's probably been there for a long time, but now it's evident because you can see it in their faces, you can see it in their body language, maybe even a little bit in that play call that ended up maybe closing them out.
Yeah, ready. Set.
After the turnover, it's Tua. He'll let this go deep for Waddle. And this is caught. Touchdown, Dolphins. Jalen Waddle, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from making this a 3-score game. Tua going to try and throw for it. And he will get into the end zone to bump the lead up to 3 scores. So they go with a pass there on the 2-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their 2-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have 2-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with it. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, 49ers. Deebo Samuel, 61 yards. And the 49ers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Had the option to hand that one off or run it himself, but instead, a really easy, quick pass.
I like the way they made a decisive decision and got it right to the receiver. One move later, he's in the end zone.
And that's caught at the 2. And make him 4 for 4 now on 2-point conversions as he'll take this one in for the score. So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. This fielded right at the goal line. Powering his way forward. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball. It's almost human nature, isn't it? They score on one play, you come out on offense, you try and do exactly the same thing. They tried the deep ball, couldn't quite connect, but give them an A for effort.
On play action, here's Tua. And going deep for Hill. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
That is caught, and he's got room. There he goes, left side. Touchdown. Jalen Waddle, 70 yards. And his guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive. It seemed like they had maybe given up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they end up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
And no, it falls incomplete. So the 2-point conversion, no good. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Fighting his way through contact. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Purdy will set up to throw it here. This caught by Latu, the tight end. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets all the way down inside the 20-yard line.
A big play there for the Niners. 57 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
Play action. Now Purdy. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey.
Touchdown 49ers.
Christian McCaffrey
with his second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the 49ers get a bit closer. So this back now to a 10-point spread, and you have to imagine they'll line up and go for two.
Oh, no question about it. If they can get this to an 8-point game, they can make things awfully interesting here in these last few minutes.
And they will get back to within one score as he is into the end zone, and the lead's cut to 8 here in the fourth.
So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away. Well, here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. This game has really flipped on its head. 2 unanswered touchdowns by the other side, and now they take over here with just a very slim one-score lead.
And we've seen this how many times now?
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
Picked up by Diamador Lenore.
And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line. So, my goodness, I wouldn't have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the second half. I just wonder on the other side of the field where the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? Hope they didn't cut the tape off of their wrists and ankles. They've got to go back out there and play.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
McCaffrey running up the middle. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset.
They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long. Purdy now to throw.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And the 49ers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
But they certainly not shied away from throwing the footballs. They've leaned on their quarterback to start this game. 4 straight passes right out of the gate, with that last one earning them a new set of downs.
McCaffrey is in. Touchdown 49ers. Everybody in the stadium knew what they were going to do right there, CD. 3 tight ends on the field, all that extra bulk, and they run it in.
And you saw where that one went, right? You run it over your best blocker. I can just see the head coach right now. I want to run this one over the big boy. And they got it done.
All right, now what can the Niners do as they face a big 2-point conversion here? That's caught at the 2. And he's not going to get there. The defense able to come up with a big stop And they're going to hold on to their 2-point lead.
So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeout.
That is intercepted.
Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line.
Oh my, how the tables have turned now. They were trying to salt this one away, but that interception, potentially a game changer.
And I've just got to think to myself, at this point of the game, I know you've been aggressive. I know that's your MO, and that's fine. And all those teams that talk about all gas, no brakes, you better have the emergency lever to pull occasionally. They could have used it right there. They put themselves in a tough spot with that interception.
And he is going to lose yardage here.
Oh, I know it goes against the grain here. It totally goes against it, but you've got to drop the ball in that situation. He makes the catch, but he loses yards and doesn't get out of bounds.
Here comes second down. Here's Purdy.
Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
They took a big shot there for the end zone, and if he finds a way to come up with it, that might be your game winner. But it was not to be. The coverage was good, and it winds up incomplete.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to fourth down.
Partner, you absolutely cannot take a sack in that situation. Now, it's also fourth down.
Too far for a field goal. They've got to go. It's fourth down. Purdy to throw.
It's caught inside the 25.
And he is going to have a 49ers first down, and they come up with a big one there to keep the drive moving and then some.
Oh, what a play. You got to use one of those timeouts.
2 timeouts still in their back pocket. It's first and 10. Throwing, Purdy.
Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages.
What an outstanding drive right there to take the lead, and also, Charles, didn't leave their opposition with a whole lot of time on the clock.
Yeah, I like the way that you're viewing this because they did a tremendous job to put themselves in a position to win, but they can't celebrate just yet. They've got to clamp down on any big plays and force them to use up those timeouts without making any headway.
Purdy and the Niner offense, they'll stay on the field. They'll try to go for 2 here. They go with McCaffrey.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line.
So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Here's 1st and 10.
44. Ready.
Throwing Tua. He's going to let it fly. That's caught inside the 20. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the San Fran 20.
Well, it took us until the final play, Charles, to officially decide a winner, although on that last play they were so backed up it would have taken a miracle, and they couldn't get that miracle done.
Well, I like how you stayed with it because we both knew.
I forgot to call the timeout.
The side was going to exhale until that play concluded because we've seen the improbable before. A couple of laterals, maybe some poor defense on the back end. They might have gone all the way to the end zone. In this case, though, it didn't happen. Perhaps next time.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon.
Yes, sir.
This has been a presentation of the on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. And with that,
Oh, let's go.
Miami.
Let's go. Chris, this on God.